St. Luke Catholic School in Toronto has banned tag. I should say that again because, man, that sounds crazy. They banned tag. Why would they ban this age-old game? The game that literally only requires kids and space. No technology, no expensive equipment, just kids. While Toronto Catholic District School Board spokesperson Tony Yan says, and I quote, "Kids were coming in from recess injured. They had bumps, scrapes, bruises, owies, there was a sprain and one unfortunate fracture." But that happens. This is the kind of school, though, that replaced all their outdoor rubber balls with softer ones for safety. They're the kind of school board that I imagine would have an on-site triage unit there to bubble wrap your kids because, you know, if it just saves one owie, then it's all worth it. But the Toronto Catholic School Board isn't alone in its flaming-haired panic about kids having the brash childhood audacity to behave like, well, kids. Weber Middle School in Port Washington, New York has banned cartwheels, footballs, soccer balls, baseballs, lacrosse balls, and of course, the deadliest of all schoolyard sports, tag. Just listen.
Some of these injuries can unintentionally become very serious, so we want to make sure that our children have fun but are also protected.
Basically, they've decided to outlaw fun. Presumably, children are to seek out their bemusement from gentle glances at classmates and kindly thoughts about math problems. I mean, I hope they cut air holes in all the bubble wrap and the safety tape they are putting on these poor little kids. But all kidding and sarcasm aside, I think there's something a little bit more unwittingly sinister at play in all of this. Earlier this year, I attended a talk given by Dr. James Brown. He's an educator, a father, a grandpa, and a researcher. He worked on projects for the Ontario government and the European Union, and his latest research is about how school and the school system is failing our boys. He recounted an anecdote about a nursery school that he had been working at that discouraged running. Listen.
So they said, would I do yard supervision? I mean, it didn't fall under my job description. I said, sure, not a problem at all. Well, now don't forget, when the children go to recess time, they're not allowed to run.
Now, I was enthralled with his talk. As the mom of a boy's boy, it all made perfect sense to me. All this banning of roughhousing and physical activity is more than just nanny state nonsense run amok. It's the banning of normal male child behavior. Boys are rough and rowdy, and they run, and they're loud, and they like tag, and they like to run and play competitive games like soccer and football. Not all boys do, but most, and it's perfectly okay to say that. But the problem is with the education system. Now, fewer and fewer men are becoming teachers. Only a quarter of all Canadian teachers are men. Fewer and fewer male teachers means there are fewer and fewer men in the school system that understand what it's like to be a little boy. The education system is a matriarchy now, and it doesn't understand what normal boy behavior looks like. And it makes little boys hate school. It makes male high school dropout rates higher than females. I mean, who'd want to stay in a place where no one understands you? It makes fewer and fewer men want to continue on into post-secondary education and on to become teachers. It makes the vicious cycle keep spinning. And if and until we have people who understand that little boys and little girls behave and learn differently, silly rules, bans on fun, and outlawing boyhood will continue. Boys will be boys, and they need us to let them be boys. For TheRebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.